How are you? Good. What do you want to use the projector? Do we use the remote?
No.
We do it manually. Switch on.
Hey, boy. What is it? How is that? It doesn't take time.
Practicum there for
Here we go. What? Yeah,
Have you received my assignment?
You mean, no.
I think you received it.
No. Check my email today. It's not there. Maybe it's hanging somewhere. Did you check? You went through?
Yeah, I just checked. I did check.
Check. Confirm. Let's see. It went through. Alright, now, today I want to talk about conceptual framework. Remember, when we were discussing dictionary, I mentioned that there are two aspects that are also very crucial in writing literature review. The literature review chapter should also include these two sections. Should also include this section. The first section is the conceptual framework, and the second section is the theoretical framework. So I want to begin with the conceptual framework. If I'm able to finish, then we can move on to the framework, but I've reserved the theoretical framework for the Friday. So today is just a crash, because this is the last week. So I will finalize the theoretical framework in our Friday class, but I want to take time to explain this so that you understand what it is, because you will be expected to include this in your review chapter. So allow me, before I do that, I just want to send this email. Seems it didn't go. So it's a matter of hitting the same button.
just get that.
Again to form. The man of the house, so to pay. What is going on? So the million-dollar question is, what is the conceptual framework? If you can answer that one, we are safe. So basically, the conceptual framework, it explains the relationship between the variables in your study. So it defines the relevant objectives for your research process and maps out how they come together to draw out the various conclusions. So we can define the concept of framework that is very straightforward and simple. Meaning, it's an illustration. So in your study, you already have the objective and even the specific objectives. You already have them. Isn't it? Yes. And you already know, you are aware of the goal of your study. Because the goal of your study is to solve a problem that is arising now. So it could be failure of children, repetition of children, failing to develop, challenges with cognitive skills, challenges with the paying attention to the teacher, challenges with the teacher knowing what to do, so many problems, and you have identified one of them. You want to provide a solution, that's your objective. And how you are going to provide the solution, that's your specific objective. But the conceptual framework simply tells you the relationship between the variables. So, the main variable is your objective. That is the main variable. And the other variables, small variables, some variables, you have to know them. Because if you are going to, you are saying, show the relationship between your variables, you have to know the variables first. Isn't it? You can't show the relationship between something if you don't know what it is. You first of all have to know what the variables is, and also what the variables are, then you can show the relationship. How they link with each other, and how the third process is going to draw a conclusion from those variables. Okay? Sure. So, you should construct your conceptual framework before you begin to collect your time. And in many cases, conceptual frameworks are a visual representation. A visual representation of the relationships of your variables. So, begin conceptualizing this as you are determining your relevant representation topic. Fine. Now, before I even continue to explain, how do you know or how do you identify your variables in your research? How do you know this is my variable, this is not? It's a question. How do you know it's there? Because everybody says it's there. What are they? And how do you know? Let's start with this.
The definition.
What is the definition, how you understand it, what is the variant, or what are variants, and how do you identify it? How do you know these are variants? Let's start with the first one. Deal with how we identify. Yes? Anyone? Ladies.
You know that this is a variable if it's being calculated or if it's causing any effect to. Okay, let me just give an example.
Give us an example. That will best do.
For example, we are looking at the issues of child development, things that affect child development. So, the fact that okay, don't make it. So, if we can come up with the factors that affect children's development, then the factors are variable. Yes.
Cognitive development is the main thing. The factors are also
that would be the other one can be dependent on the other one.
Cognitive development is your and the factors are independent. Why is cognitive development independent and the other one, dependent and the other one independent? You have tried to resist your share a lot.
Okay, variable, what you are focusing on, the problem with it happening to, that's like the first variable I can say. We have identified the problem, then the main, the contested way exactly belong children, and another variable is the right. The other variable is how the thing is supposed to happen, like the solution, the process of the solution, the other variable.
Okay. Alright, I don't know what you're talking about. But it is going to be very difficult for us to understand. Okay. So I gave you this one. This is the PowerPoint presentation for us. This one cannot take this. Here, we are defining what is data and also what happens. In simple terms, a variable in set refers to a person or a place or a thing or a phenomenon that you are trying to measure or investigate or study. Give me a second. In your study, whatever your focus on trying to investigate or to measure, or you are observing or you are studying, that one is your variable. Simple. Can be a person, can be a thing, can be a phenomenon. A phenomenon is an event. COVID-19, an event, a phenomenon. the repetition of children. It's an event, it's an object, something that happens. Or a trend, or a disease, or a disaster, or a behavior. Smoking, drinking, attendance in the school. It's an event. Ntangire, University of Lilongwe, those are it. If you are interested in studying and understanding these things or trying to measure, let's say age, trying to measure the average age of children in schools. You're measuring opinion, views, perceptions of people. Yesterday we were talking about, is it yesterday? Yeah. Yesterday we were talking about qualification of teacher, marital status. Those are things that you are trying to observe, measure, investigate, are variables. So what are we saying? Anything you are focusing in your study and you are trying to observe, measure, investigate, and expand. That one is your variable. And as she was trying to put it, other than be independent, other than be dependent. So independent are variables that are affecting another variable. They are causing something to happen. Those are independent. And the variable that is being affected is on the receiving end. It means it changes, it gets affected because of the presence and actions of the other variables. That one is the dependent. Many people are dependent. Like all of you here. You are dependent. Because you are depending on your parents for survival, for your feed, for your feeding, clothing, so on and so on. It means if your parents decide today and say, I am tired of you, and I am no longer going to provide, you will be affected. So the parent is there, independent, because it's not affected by you. Something. If you like it is not true. The parents are independent and not affected by you. But for the sake of explanation, let's put it in that way. Well, sometimes when you behave in a certain way, you affect the parent. Some parents are, social and emotional, they are human beings with emotion. But practically, children are dependent because they rely on the parents. So the parents are independent. Mostly, these variables. Some are dependent, some are independent. And if you're looking at an example, she put it as factors influencing performance of children in school. That is cognitive development. Performance of children in school. It means performance is dependent. And the factors are independent. And the factors could be teacher qualifications, meaning if a teacher is highly qualified, performance is good. If a teacher is not highly qualified, performance is bad. Which means performance can be one of the independent areas. But we can talk about schooling, presence of materials, motivation of teachers, all those kinds of factors. Right? Independent. So conceptual framework. We are going back. Now conceptual framework. What it does is to show the relationship between these variables. In other words, first of all, through the conceptual framework, you identify or you show the variables. Secondly, through the conceptual framework, you also show how these variables are linking with each other, the relationship that is there. Right? Number two. Number one, I'm saying the conceptual framework first of all does what? Identifies. It shows. You say this is the variable, this is the variable, this is the variable this is studied. Number one. Number two, I said the conceptual framework, it also shows how these variables are linking with each other, how they relate with each other. Number two. Number three, the conceptual framework also shows how these variables and their relationship is going to help you draw conclusions on your study. Very good. You can forget everything, but this one. Finally, a conceptual framework, it will help you. That's why here I've used the word it what? Maps. To map means to show how something is going to move towards the destination. So it gives you direction, showing in a simple terms how the relationships of those variables will contribute to you to draw the conclusions and the solve your problem. Therefore, you must know the conceptual framework before you even start collecting data. Immediately after you come up with a research topic, you should already have an idea of what your conceptual framework is going to be. And in many cases, personal advice for the conceptual framework, you should develop it from your specific objectives. Of course, from your research topic, it is easy for you to come up with one. So, how do we develop the conceptual framework in research? So, as we said, this is a representation of the relationship you expect to see between variables or characteristics or properties that you want to study. Number two, which is also important, a conceptual framework should be designed as a graphical representation. It should be developed as a graphical representation. It should be written or developed or designed as a graphical representation or in a visual format. Generally, it has to be a form of graphical representation. Not a graph, but shouldn't be a graph, but graphical. Graphical means vision. And in many cases, we draw it as a flow diagram. Kind of flow diagram. And take note, you can easily come up with a conceptual framework based on the literature review of your existing studies about the topic. Based on your literature review. This is one way. based on the literature review. If you do a good literature review, you can also come up with a very good concept review. But if you have done very poor job in the literature review, it will also be very difficult for you to come up with a concept plan. But I'm going to give you a very good trick for you to come up with a concept plan. Even not using literature. Okay? The one that I use. Just by looking at the topic that your objectives, it's easy to come up with it. I will share with you that particular thing. So what are the steps if you want to come up with a very good literature, concept framework? So I've labeled them properly. Number one, choose your research question. Choose your research question. I'm going to take this out of one. So, when you develop when you choose your research question, you are very clear of what you want to find out. And then it also gives you a clear question, a clear idea of what you want to talk about. So here we have an example of a research question or a research topic. So, for example, you want to study whether students who spend more hours to study get higher exam scores. So what can be your topic this time? You want to study whether students who spend more hours studying get good, higher exam scores. Get higher grades. What can be your topic? What can be your topic?
An investigation on how study hours affect exam scores.
Investigation on how study hours
Yes.
exam scores. Higher exam scores. Okay. More hours of study. Means you get a higher exam score. What is common in all your life education? You are making the title sound like a question. One thing that I don't like. So the title would be in a form of a question mark. So
what is changing if it's study hours?
yes. Okay? The question you are posing there, that one is going to be kind of the main question. But the title should simply describe what the individual wants to achieve or what you want to see So run away from putting in the pressure. It is not going to sound like it. It's going to sound like a pressure. You want the type. So your type should be for an identification of the influence of more study hours on exam scores. The influence of more study hours on exam scores or exam or performance of exams. What we need now to talk about, because that is just too general. We also need to tell people which kind of exam are you talking about, or which type of student. So is it at the university, or is it at secondary, or is it at primary, or is it at, if you just leave it like that, people will be thinking, oh, exams to be students are being experience. So you also have to narrow down. Specifically, the study is not going to investigate this for all students from Nazareth. Okay? So we are looking at that influence or the effect of spending more hours studying on exam scores, whether they are higher or they are lower. But of course we know the expectation is that more hours, higher scores. Ready? Fine. Now, since we have established Uji, that's our interest, that's our title, and that's what we want. Next, we are variables. In this study, what are going to be the variables? What are going to be the variables? Whether it's dependent or dependent, doesn't matter. And we just have to test the ball. No. What are we going to focus on? Study hours. Exam scores. Anything else? Students. Okay. Students. Okay. Or we can include that one in the other way. Exam scores of students. Ready? Okay. Fine. So, we have identified our variables. We have identified our variables. Each you have to remember which variables you measure and how you expect them to relate to one another. So two things are remaining. We have identified our variables. Fine. The next thing is let's categorize our variables. Which one is independent? Which one is dependent? So in that case, which variable, because you only have two, which variable is dependent, which one is independent, and why?
Higher is independent, and study hours. Higher exam score is dependent for the amount of points.
Do you agree? Do you agree?
I agree.
You agree? Okay, if you agree, why? Why? Why is our variable high score dependent, and why study hours independent? It's what I mean.